Gemini, you're up. It's November 2022 sober scope for mutable air sign of Gemini. This month is all about you finding yourself and having more confidence to speak up for what you believe in, who you are. Confidence is a big theme for you this year. You do need to be really careful with how you assert yourself with others, as you could come off a little bit strong, but at the same time, that's kind of what you're here to do. You're here to find the I'm going to have a hard time with words right now. You're here to find who you are in a new way that promotes sharing yourself without holding back, essentially. The first part of the month, it's really imperative for you to focus on rejuvenating and your health. Gemini tends to already struggle a lot with anxiety and staying grounded and focusing. And so that's something that you're going to have to work extra hard at this month, because there's not a lot of energy grounding you right now. All of us in November are going to be struggling with feeling grounded. There's just not anything really anchoring us down. And you already have a hard time with that, right? So this is a time where you're going to really, feel a lot of energy to be active and doing a lot. And so you're really going to need to prioritize some rest and some downtime. Later on, by the time that Venus moves into Sagittarius, which is in the middle of the month, so around the 15th, relationships are a big focus for you. And so if you're in a relationship, you might be feeling a desire to connect deeper with that partner. If you're not in a relationship, you might be feeling more inclined towards wanting to partner up. One of the things that's really important for you in your close relationships, so best friends, lovers, business partners, is that the people that you surround yourself with are in alignment with what your values are. It's not good for you to surround yourself with a lot of people, or anybody, not even a lot of people, just anybody that is not in alignment with your belief system or your values. So you might be in a period where you're reflecting on that, and where you're not sure if there's certain friendships or relationship dynamics that you really want to be a part of if they're not in alignment with your own value system. You're going to feel a big inclination towards being very social over the month of November. This is a really busy time for you in that way. And this is a really good time for you to make friends and meet new people as well. Again, you are going to want to be mindful with just how strong you come off, because you are being pushed to kind of find more confidence in yourself. But at the same time, while you're finding that, you still just want to make sure that you're reading the room, if that makes sense. You don't want to be a little bit of a bull in a china shop. So talking about some of the lunar phases that are happening for you, we have that lunar eclipse that's happening November 8th at 16 degrees of Taurus. And then we also have the new moon in Sagittarius at 1 degree that is happening on the 23rd of November. So we'll talk about the lunar eclipse for you first. This is a really positive time for you when it comes to how you connect to yourself on a deeper level, more of a spiritual level. And so you might have kind of more insights or awareness to some of your past trauma, or things that maybe you haven't worked through that are related to your confidence. And so this is a really good time for you to kind of heal and work on healing that, and spend some time with those deeper parts of yourself. The thing that can be kind of hard for Gemini with some of these transits is Gemini, the outward appearance of Gemini, a lot of times what you outwardly share with others is very bubbly and fun and positive, but there's a darker side to Gemini that is very similar to Scorpio. It's a very similar energy in terms of needing to detach and pull away and be alone, and kind of reflect more on the shadowy parts of ourselves. And so during that time, November 8th of that eclipse, you might feel this huge pull inward to work through some dark stuff, some stuff that, could have to do with your recovery journey, it could have to do with your past, could have to do with past life trauma or current life trauma that maybe you never realized you haven't fully healed from. That's going to probably come up for you during that time. And it's important that you honor that. So a lot of times I think when we have trauma from our past creep up, or especially things that maybe we thought we had already healed or dealt with, we can be really hypercritical of ourselves. Like, I thought that I already healed this, or I thought that I already worked through this. Why is this coming up for me? And it's important to remember that healing and trauma and things that we've been through, we go through kind of in a spiral. So we might have worked through one layer of it, doesn't necessarily mean that we've worked through every layer of it. And so there's always new layers coming out through our development. And so it's important that you honor that in yourself, and that you're okay with the fact that maybe you have some more work to do around something that you previously thought you were done working through, right? It's okay. It's all right that you're going through that. By the time that you are in the next lunar cycle, so the new moon in Sagittarius, you're going to be ready to start maybe a new relationship or open your heart up to new people for where this is hitting in the chart. And again, this is for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. So this could have to do with a current relationship where maybe you've been feeling disconnected or closed off. This could have to do with manifesting new people into your life, a new partnership. It's a good time for you to be open to something new blossoming when it comes to your love life or your relationships with others. That's your forecast for November 2022, Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. Good luck.